Welcome everybody to the class. Welcome to Medical Lab Sciences 2000, Biology for Health Sciences, here at the George Washington University School of Medicine and Health Sciences. I will be your instructor, or your adjunct instructor. My name is Arif Fizel. I am 30 years old, and I am an adjunct, meaning that I teach part-time for this university and with this program in particular. I'm actually a full-time academic advisor here at the University of Illinois, all the way in Champaign-Urbana, Illinois. And so what I do basically is I'm an academic advisor in the School of Chemical Sciences here full-time, but I do have a great background in biology. So just to give you a little bit of background about myself, I was actually born and raised in D.C., and then after high school, my family and I moved to Florida, where I attended the University of Tampa for my undergraduate degree, where I earned a Bachelor's of Science degree in biology with a molecular concentration. And then from there, I headed off to the Florida State University, go Noles, and that's where I earned my master's degree also in cell and molecular biology. It was research-based, so I did a lot of lab work, wrote a thesis, got it published at the Florida State University Library. You can look me up and you'll find my paper out there. I also had the opportunity, fantastic opportunity, to teach a lot while at Florida State as a grad student. And one of the classes I got to teach was a cell biology class. So with that background, the experience that I had there, plus I then started here at the University of Illinois soon after, back in 2011, and I was an academic advisor in the molecular biology program for a couple years before transitioning over to chemistry. I've got a good background. And so I was lucky enough to get hired and were picked up by George Washington University. And this class is exactly that. It's an introductory level to molecular and some cell biology. The objective of my class is to be introductory and to refresh a lot of your memories. So all of you guys in my class are going to come in with different backgrounds. My understanding is that many of you in the program, some of you have the technical skills already. You've been working in labs already, full-time, part-time, or you've had training. But some of the theory, you still need some refreshing, basically, or you need to prepare for some of your certification exams. Or you're just looking to, further advance yourself. And this class is ideal for just that. So basically, this is an introductory level. There's also a chemistry version, which I do not teach, but I teach the biology version. And again, this is going to be fairly introductory, but it's also self-paced in the sense that the objective behind any online class, with this one in particular, is that I will post videos like this. I will post PowerPoints. I will provide other videos. I will take sources from elsewhere. It could be a journal article from a scientific journal. It could be something from another textbook that I utilize. But I'm always going to provide you with as many resources as I can throughout the week. You'll always have a reading assignment to do from your textbook. And remember, this is the textbook that we are using, Campbell Biology, Concepts and Connections. And it is the 8th edition. Okay? So please be sure to have this textbook, because already this first week I had you guys read the first 2 chapters, and then this is going to be the pattern. Every Sunday evening I will set up your module for the week. What you'll do is you'll have a reading assignment of at least 1 or 2 chapters. You will have a homework assignment that will be due the following Sunday, so you have a full week to complete your homework assignment. And the homework assignments are going to vary. You might get a crossword puzzle to help reinforce vocabulary. You might have a worksheet that say, work out a pedigree or work out a, genetic concepts. I also have a small write-up that you do about diets. So it'll vary the types of homework assignments you'll have, but you'll always have a week to do it. But to test the fact that you see that you are reading the assignments as well and following through the chapters as well as the notes that I provide, you will be quizzed every week. So I give you guys a short 10-question quiz every Thursday night, and you have till Friday night to do it. So you have 24 hours. So you'll have roughly about 12 to 13. You'll have about 12 quizzes out of this 14 weeks. You will have about also 11 to 12 homework assignments as well. The only times you won't have homework or quizzes is during the week of an exam. Everything is going to be administered online, so hopefully a lot of you guys are familiar or have read through the syllabus in great detail and are aware of our remote proctor system that George Washington University uses. The remote proctor system monitors you and checks you in whenever you take a quiz and when you take an exam. And this is just, again, to maintain academic integrity and the fact that this is an online class. Your instructor is all the way in Champaign, Illinois, 2 hours south of Chicago. A lot of you guys are all over the place. I remember last couple semesters I've taught this class, I had students in Asia, I had students in Hawaii, and I had students in DC. I had students in Alabama. So you guys are spread out all over. And again, that's fine and that's great because, again, the power of technology keeps us all in the loop. Now, staying in the loop is another important thing. This class can at times get a little quick. We will start off slow, we'll kind of cover some basic topics, we'll review basic chemical bonds, proteins, carbohydrates, fats, lipids, that kind of thing. But then eventually we accelerate and we start transitioning into talking about proteins, how are they made, DNA to messenger RNA to protein. Then we get into the inner workings of the cell and the different organelles. So sometimes it can seem like we're jumping or we're covering a lot more all of a sudden at a faster pace. So keep that in mind because A, it's important that you keep up with the reading assignments in the textbook, but more than anything, I really would like you guys to definitely stay in touch with me. Now granted I have a full-time 9-to-5 job, but at the same time, I'm always connected online. I'm always checking my Blackboard site in between appointments, during my lunch breaks, every evening when I can. I'm always on email 24/7, literally 24/7 with email. So please, feel free to contact me. I have the ability and I have a virtual office through WebEx. So I can, in an instance, basically, we can set up a time in the evenings or early morning hours even, depending on where you are and my location as well, and we can have a one-on-one private tutoring session. Or when you guys get your exams back and you have questions about your exams, I'm happy to review your exams with you as well. So please take advantage of these opportunities. Help each other out if you're near each other. Otherwise, feel free to reach out to me as well. I'm more than happy to help you out. And again, you guys kind of have a strict policy with this program to where you need to earn, a C- or preferably even higher to pass this program and to pass this class to move on into the further advanced courses, which I know all of you want to do ultimately. So again, I'm your instructor. I just wanted to basically introduce myself and then again cover some key things that are in your syllabus. So basically the main objectives of these courses, of this course in particular, is to basically describe the hierarchy of life. So understanding small organic molecules, again, carbohydrates, lipids, different types of chemical bonds that hold DNA and things like that together, all the way through ecosystems. So understanding a bit of ecology, plants and animals, evolution, all that sort of stuff. We're going to compare and contrast animal and plants in the context of how they obtain energy. So we're going to talk about glycolysis and cellular respiration that we humans and animals go through. We'll talk about photosynthesis, which is how plants make energy, which we then can absorb through nutrients and through food. We will discuss the process of genetic rearrangement. So again, that's going to lead into evolution and looking into that, and inheritance. So, offspring and, how genes mutate over time, or, survival of the fittest, and how certain genes and characteristics, overtake a certain population given their environment and their diets. Things like that is what we're going to cover. And then ultimately we're going to talk about reproduction between intra and interspecific interactions. And then, of course, ultimately we're going to talk about the adaptation at the cellular and whole body level. So ultimately we bring this all together. So understanding, carbs, proteins, fats, what makes up a cell. Cells come together, make tissues, organs, organ systems make up an entire organism like us, and then how all the inner workings work together. So that's the objective of this course. Again, when it comes to resources, utilize your textbook, utilize me as much as possible, as much as you need, no harm. Okay, like I said, even if I'm out on the town, I will still answer an email most of the time. Otherwise, I will definitely get back to you within 12 to 20 hours. But ideally, you'll probably hear back from me very soon. So know your textbook. Like I said, I like to pull videos from YouTube as well, so other sources that I know of that are reliable. Journal articles is going to be another big thing as well that I think is going to be really good and key for you guys to learn to read and understand and absorb material from, and helps to kind of support and enhance what you're learning. So instead of just reading something from a textbook and trusting it, you're going to know that, okay, what you've been learning in the textbook is actually applied in real science. Because again, that's the objective of everything that you're doing. Course breakdown. Obviously, everyone wants to know, how is their grade calculated? That's a big thing. Again, you guys ideally need a C- or better to remain into the program and to continue on. So, again, you have weekly assignments every week. You can use various sources to help you with that. So that's going to be 20% of your grade. The assignments are going to be based off of the readings and lecture notes. Then you'll have quizzes. Quizzes are also another 20% of your grade. Again, you have weekly quizzes, and those are strictly taken from your textbook. So as long as you're reading the proper chapters in a timely fashion, you should be fine. Again, they're going to be mostly true-false, short answer, and very short essay. By a very short essay, I mean a sentence or two. Then you're going to have a midterm. You're going to have 3 exams ultimately. You're going to have a midterm and a final as well. And that's going to be the other 60% of your grade is coming from your exams. Now, the exams are going to be pretty big. Your first 2 exams are going to be pretty much about 50 questions, and they're going to make up a variety of things. They're going to be multiple choice, true, false, short answer, just like your quizzes, basically. I usually try to do a lot more multiple choice with the exams because A, timing, B, it's a lot of questions, and C, it helps with the grading, helps get grading a little bit faster. You'll be able to see the grade breakdown as well under the grading policy. And again, 100 to a 93 is an A, 92 to 90 is an A minus, 89 to 87 a B plus, 86 to 83 is a B, 82 to 80 is a B minus, and so on. So just be aware of that. Now your grades will be updated frequently. So every time a quiz is graded, every time an assignment is graded, your grade and your letter grade will be updated almost every week or so, so you guys will know where you stand. And if you feel like you're slipping somewhere, especially after that first exam or coming towards the final, that's when you guys got to reach out to me and to your academic advisors so we can kind of figure out a game plan or help reevaluate your situation and get you back on track. Okay? I want nothing but success for you guys. And you guys are very lucky to have me because I'm an academic advisor, so I understand what it takes and, that the fact that you need to do well in order to succeed later on, whether it's within the program or in your jobs ultimately. But at the same time, I feel like I'm a solid enough instructor. I know this material well. I've been teaching it for a while. Like I said, I've been teaching some of this material back at Florida State in my grad school days between 2008 and 2010. And then this is now my 3rd semester teaching it with you guys here at George Washington University. And George Washington University seems to trust me and enjoys how and what I do. So I think you guys are going to be in great hands. I'm looking forward to this semester. I always do. It's going to be busy, but I think you guys are going to learn a lot. And it can only help and enhance not only your understanding of science and what you're going to, but ultimately what you guys want to do with your life. And whether that is to continue in the lab setting or to pursue a higher degree or even to go off into the medical field ultimately as well. This is the great foundational course for that. So again, my name is Arif Fizel. I'm your adjunct instructor. Again, please do not hesitate to ever reach out to me. Please review the syllabus. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to reach out to me through email. More than happy to set up appointments as well, and we can do a virtual meeting anytime. All right? Take care, and have a great semester.